Hello and welcome to Mr. Shell's Scratch tutorial. Today we're going to go into actually creating a program with Scratch. To do so, we will need to go into the Create section of the Scratch website. Now this part could take a while due to depending on your computer. As you can see, my computer loaded fairly quickly. Now the first thing that you need to see is this area here. This area here is called the output screen. So that means that any sort of output or any sort of thing that you're telling the code to do, this is where it will display. This creature here is called a sprite. Now this sprite, you can actually have multiple sprites or multiple characters, and you will see them appear in this section here. On this side where the mouse is pointed is the backdrop section where you can change the screen behind. And over here to the right is your scripting or programming area. Now we're going to go into programming a bit deeper in the next tutorial. This tutorial is mainly to give you a little bit of a hint about what is actually available throughout the Scratch programming language and how we can move about. As I was saying, the scripts that we have, well, the programs that we have are actually already half programmed for you in the scripts area. And if you have a look in all these different subsections here, these are all different items and ways to control your code. The costumes is if you would like to redesign your sprite, maybe change its face or change the shape of it or change the color or whatever you would like to do. Again, you can change using the customizing tools on the side or import your own picture, just as easy. You can also manipulate or change sounds that you might like your sprite to play on different events, and you can actually edit the sounds and add sound effects and increase the sound effects through clicking through in the effects part. The other important parts for this screen, going back to my scripting area, is on this output screen here. If you can see down the bottom of the scripting, the output area, you see an X and a Y. X and Y, they directly relate to this part, the section, where your spritelet is based. So you can see right here that I have centered this, my mouse, almost perfectly. I can get it more perfectly, but probably not on this trackpad. The X and Y coordinates are extremely important. Whenever you are moving X amount of the X or the Y coordinates. This is important to note when we go through later and make a sprite move. Making a sprite move is quite easy. Because you already have the character, you could quite easily grab this step here and place it into our project scripting area and press the flag and your sprite or cat will move. You can barely notice a change here. This is because the 10 steps that your cat has moved is barely visible to the naked eye. If we moved to 40 steps and played, again, you would see no movement. And therein lies the problem. I haven't created an event. I need to use an event of the start and stop button. Why? It's extremely important because if you have any issues with your script, there is a way to stop it. So I've gone into the events section, and if I add this event of when the flag is clicked, move 40 steps, let's see what happens now. There we go. The sprite or cat has moved. If I did that again with just the 10 steps, you will see a big change in how far it goes. It will only go the 10 pixels across to the right. See, a very big difference. That ends this part of the tutorial. Please subscribe. I hope to see you again soon.